As far as item number 17, spending money on the dredging project needs to be done very prudently, and I agree with Ms. Mulvaney. Someone in this county needs to learn how to write a contract for these contractors so that there aren't change orders constantly. And the same thing's going to happen with Burnt Store Road project. The same thing will happen with the sewer project if you continue with that. I believe it was Placido Road that there were change orders by CCU. I cautioned you months ago to watch them. They have consistent change orders because they can't make up their mind how they want to put in their sewer replacements on these road projects, and these costs need to be borne by CCU. Thank you.
Thank you. Michael Zarzano, F9. In 3 minutes, sir.
Good morning. I am here as a citizen to represent a way of thinking. The way of thinking is being brought to you by the American Freedom Farm. We are a group of citizens who are planting the seeds of grassroots to grow freedom and harvest liberty. That is the focus today of agenda issue number 9. We are quickly approaching the 800th birthday of the Magna Carta.
Sir, excuse me, could you just limit your comments to specifically whether you're in favor or against the approval of the consultant's ranking for that particular item, F9?
Yeah, if you'll give me the additional time you just took.
No, sir. Just please, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to tell you very plainly, we're innovating civic solutions to uproot the weeds of tyranny. We feel you are weeds in this community.
Sir,
you are weeds that need to be uprooted because you are forcing an agenda, issue number 9, upon the people
sir,
of this
you're out of order. Please, just would you...
I thought you said to address issue 9.
Just specifically relative to, do you approve or against the approval of the ranking for F9, the consultants for this project?
I'm attempting to give you reasons why I am against issue 9, and you keep interrupting me. You know, you are supposed to be a servant of we the people, the master. And you're not acting like a servant today, sir. You're acting like a ruthless master. I would caution you to obey the Constitution and obey we the people. We are here today to demand redress of grievance, and you are ignoring that demand.
Sir, if you decide to keep on this kind of discussion, I'm going to have to ask you.
Well, I would politely ask you to stop interrupting me. Please? Thank you. The fact is, the vast majority of the people in this community, according to several polls that have been taken by honest, law-abiding citizens, they have indicated that there is an overwhelming majority of people. The consent of the governed is being ignored. That is the basic bottom line. You are ignoring the consent of the governed, who are your boss. I strongly advise you to put this on the table for more dialogue and discussion with your boss, we the people. This is very elementary. It is not complex. You are not obeying the people, simply put. And if you would like to contact me, American Freedom Farm at gmail.com.
Time is up, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next person, James Clear, agenda item F9.
I'd like to state I'm against the sewers and the way they're being implemented.
Thank you, sir. Scott Anderchek, F9.
Actually, I had 2 on that list, Mr. Chairman.
And the Stormwater MSBU. I apologize.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. As you know, I'm speaking for SOS. We're opposed to the sewer project. We're opposed to awarding this contract. As that gentleman just clearly stated, the overwhelming majority of the residents of the MSBU are opposed to this project, so I have to echo what he said. You do not have the consent of the governed. We talked about this in your office last week, Mr. Chairman, when you kindly gave us so much time. You don't know how much this project is going to cost. You're putting out contracts for the engineering, however, all the other costs cannot be calculated. We don't know how many of these lots are going to be given back. We don't know how much the rebate is going to cost us. We don't know how. There is no hardship program. You promised the citizens in this chamber, Commissioner Duffy, Deutsch, Constance, all promised a hardship program for these people. Women were in here, Commissioner Duffy, crying that they don't have the money. We have dozens of widows in our district. They don't have the money. And there is no hardship program that you promised these ladies. Now, you said you're a defender of the women in this community. How can you let these widows go day after day worried about their taxes? Their tax bills come out a couple months ago. Their taxes are due in a couple months, and there's not even an application for a hardship program. You say you're a defender of the women in this community? I have to question that. But, Mr. Chairman, again, we're awarding a contract that there is no basis to have this. There is no pollution in the harbor coming from the sewers. So I'm just going to leave that on, put that on the record. I also want to talk about these changes to the MSBUs for the stormwater MSBUs. You're making what I've talked to a couple of people. These appear to be a backdoor way to tax us. Why are you changing the MSBU which was designed for a specific purpose? And now I see that you want to finance the county's national pollutant discharge elimination systems, which seems to me, if it's a national issue, that's a federal mandate. Let's ask the feds to pay for this, or if it's a state, whatever it is. All of these other additions, water quality monitoring, native and invasive aquatic plant control, it seems to me that, as the other lady said, all 5 of you say you hate the MSBUs. And yet now you're giving a backdoor channel to increase our taxes. My taxes just went up over 30% thanks to this board of county commissioners. Now you're going to give another avenue for CCU or whoever else it is going to pile on as a way to get into this MSBU and say, okay, now we're going to do this in the MSBU. Now we're going to do the total TMDLs. We're going to do the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System. That's going to cost us $20 million. That's going to cost us $50 million. My taxes already are substantial. We all talk about we want to grow this county. The last thing we want to do is increase these taxes. Put this in front of the people separately and say, we need $20 million for this national pollution control system. Don't sneak it in the back door, sir. Let's eliminate these MSBUs. Thank you, Commissioners.
Time is up. Thank you very much. James Jones, I believe, concerning the boat race.
On acreage.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir.
Hi.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say no. Hearing none, it's passed. Okay.